Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to explain everything that happened at Ford, and at the end of the video I'm going to reveal what the punishment is for everything, for me, for everything that happened. So I just want to hurry up and get this done. This has been going on for like the last 6 or 7 months. Started off around April between me and two other employees. Two other employees are involved at the company that I work for. And I'm obviously not going to say their names, but I'll just give them two different aliases. So for the first guy, we'll call him my brother. He's the guy that works next to me. And the other guy, we'll call him my cousin. He's the guy that works he works in front of my brother. So those are their aliases, so I don't have to use their real names. Alright, so basically what happened is my cousin has been playing his music really loud. He's been playing a boombox really loud at work. And my brother, who works next to me, doesn't like the boombox. So the music that my cousin is playing is derogatory, it's rap music. There's a lot of swearing, cussing. You know, they say whatever. If you know some of the groups like the East Side Cheddar Boys, stuff like that, where it's just basically just all swear words, cussing, whatever. He turns the volume up really loud so that I don't know, I don't know why he does it, but he turns the volume up really loud. My brother, who works next to me, is a very religious guy, whatever. He doesn't like hearing swearing and whatever, and he just wants the music to be turned off. So the guy next to me, my brother, told the supervisor. He told the supervisor that he didn't want to hear the music, and asked for the music to be turned off. My cousin got mad when my brother went to the supervisor to have the stereo turned off. So keep in mind, we're on the assembly line right now. There's trucks going by, and we're actually working. And my cousin is blasting a boombox. So supervisor comes over, tells him to turn it down. My cousin gets mad and says that, you know, he's a snitch. He comes to me first. He goes, "Oh, watch out for this guy. He's a snitch, whatever." I told my cousin that I did not agree with him. I think that it's kind of messed up that you're blasting your music and you should turn it down. And he got upset with me. He didn't like that. So that's where I get involved. After that, my cousin walks up to me and my brother, and he says, "I'm gonna wet you up. I'm gonna have you leaking all this crazy stuff." And I'm like blown away that he's saying this stuff. And my brother's just kind of ignoring him, trying to, I guess, pretend like he didn't hear it, whatever. And my cousin's going crazy. I'm like, "Dude, you need to chill. Like, you don't, whatever. Shouldn't be saying that." Then somehow I get into it. He's like, "I'll beat your ass." All this stuff. He says he's gonna beat my ass. And I'm like, "Dude, I like to see it. Like, dude, if you're gonna beat my ass, I actually like to see this happen." So this goes on for like a couple months, where like he's blasting his music, and my brother's going to like supervisor, the union reps, whatever. He's going to everybody to try and get this music turned off. But my cousin, you know, and the supervisors, the union reps, I guess are telling him to turn it down, to try and like turn it off. Some people saying turn it off, sometimes they're saying turn it down. He don't care. He's just turning it up louder, pointing it right at my brother, at me, whatever. So finally, fast forward to today, to why I got kicked out. Now it's been going on for months and months, and my brother is still trying to get in touch with management, and then now management, they're saying, well, we're telling him he needs to turn it off, but he just ignores us. We can't physically take it. It's up to health and safety has to come down and take it. So this is going on now. We're trying to reach out to health and safety to try and get this radio turned off. But in the meantime, like, my cousin's still like making threats. So right when my brother told the supervisors that he was going to, that he wanted the radio turned off, my cousin basically like started making threats toward us. And I pressed the red button, the hard stop, stopped the whole line, and went and grabbed the supervisor and the union rep that happened to be right next to each other. I went and grabbed him and was like, he's threatening me. You guys need to talk to him. He needs to chill. whatever, whatever. So they went and talked to him. He chilled out for a little bit. He kept the music blasting. So then he comes over, and what it looked like to me from where I was at, looks like he was doing this to me, like whatever, like this. And I pressed the button. And I walked over to him and was like, dude, you know what? We can go right now. I'm not scared of you. Like, then we started arguing back and forth. He's yelling, I'm yelling, we're going back and forth. He's saying crazy stuff to like me, like he's saying crazy stuff to me, like, you from St. Clair, I'll beat your ass. You're not from where I'm, whatever. He's saying all this crazy stuff. He's like, we could do this at your mama's house. We could do this in your living room. All this stuff to me, and I'm just like, you know what? Like, I was arguing with him, but at some point I was just like, you know what? At this point, I had the line stopped. I was over there, and all the supervisors showed up, and they're like, what's going on? I'm like, you know what? Just send me home. I don't want to be here. All this stuff. They're like, well, we're gonna send, and then whatever. Lunch comes and goes, and I went back to work like nothing happened. My cousin was still blasting his music, and I'm just like, at this point, I'm like, you know what? I give up. Like, this guy doesn't care. He's gonna blast his music no matter what. He doesn't care. There's no reason. He just doesn't care if we don't want to hear it. He doesn't care who wants to hear it. Everybody's gonna hear it. So I'm like, I'm telling my brother, like, dude, I don't know what to do. Like, it's gotten kind of bad. So my brother goes to labor, and he tells them the whole story. He tells them about the fact that my cousin said, I'm going to wet you up and have you leaking. He told him the whole deal. So shortly after he went to labor and told them, they came and pulled my cousin off the line. So my cousin went down there and told them something, and then they went and pulled my brother off the line. Then fast forward, we had our weekend, and then Friday is like our Monday. I go into work on Friday, and somebody's on my job to do my job. And they pulled me into labor, and then I got sent home on that day. Now, when I went to labor, I basically said, like, I don't want nobody to get in trouble. I don't want nobody to get fired, because it's not that big a deal. And, like, I know it's been some pretty big threats, and it's just, at the end of the day, it's nothing we can do. But I guess we can just try and, like, sit down and work it out. I'm willing to work it out. Like, all we want is quiet. If I gotta, like, buy him some headphones or something, that will be fine too. But I just don't want to. Me personally, I don't want to hear the loud music, blasting. So that's pretty much it. And, like, I think there was a lot of tension before I went into the labor. But when I went in, I'm like, dude, look, I don't have a problem with my cousin. I don't have a problem. I'm sure my brother can get over it. Let's just go back to work, and let's just end all this and squash it. Like, I'm still willing to squash it. And the crazy thing is, like, the messed up part is, like, I already had this conversation about just ending all this stuff with the union reps and all that. But the problem is, my cousin came back again. We ended all this, and we all talked with the union reps separately. And I told him, like, we are all good. All he got to do is stop blasting his music. And everyone's like, okay, he's going to stop. So he went one day. He brought his headphones in for one day. Then the next day after that, I guess he couldn't stand just having his own headphones in his ears. So he brought a boombox back to work and blasted it again for the whole day. I guess he just said, fuck everybody, and I'm gonna blast this music. Now, keep in mind, this music is so loud that I couldn't have this music playing like this in my own home, because it's too loud. The police would come here if my music was playing this loud. And he's doing this at work around other people. And I talked to the guy that works across from him. He's like, dude, it's so loud. I can't even hear myself think. It's just so loud. There's nothing I can do. I was like, dude, you just need to say something. He's like, well, I don't want to get involved. But it was like, people are just scared of this guy because he's all, like, tatted up. He's got all these crazy tattoos. He thinks he's like a thug or something. I guess he is, because he kind of is a criminal. I don't want to elaborate on everything that he does on the line, but he does some criminal stuff that's definitely illegal. But I don't want him to feel like I'm putting him on blast, but he's doing some illegal stuff for sure. And you would think he wouldn't want to draw attention to himself with all the legal stuff he's doing. But at the end of the day, if anybody is watching this, I just want to go back, be at peace, turn down the music, no more arguing, no more threats, no more, oh, I'm going to fight you, I'm going to beat your ass, all this stuff. Let's just go back to work, and let's just squash it. From the track record of how it's been going, I don't think that's gonna happen. I'm pretty sure this guy has just lost his mind. He's still gonna blast his radio, but that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping we can just turn down the music, turn off the music. You can bring headphones. You can put both your headphones on. You can bring a headset. You could do whatever, but you don't need to have a stereo blasting and then threatening everybody at the same time while you're blasting the stereo, and you're threatening, and like the guy will sit there and just stare at us while his music is playing. He's just like staring us down. It's like, dude, what? You're harassing us and you're blasting your music. It's like, it's kind of insane. But anyway, that's what happened. The reason that I got time off from work is because I did go to him and say that, basically because he was threatening me and saying he was going to beat my ass. I went up to him and said, let's see it. And it probably wasn't as nicely said as that, but I'm like, dude, I'm ready, and he's just like, whatever. It's insane. So nobody was like ever hit or punched or anything, but I wanted to fill you guys in. I want to know what you guys think. That's basically the story. I got a week off of work. The punishment is 1 week off of work starting Friday. I'm going back Friday. So basically my check is going to be for like a couple of hours, which is fine. I got the lawn business to fall back on. Nick's been killing it. My little brother Jacob's been cutting after school for like two or 3 hours. So I thought about helping cut lawns, but then again I was like, nah. Nick's been handling it, so it's not too big a deal. So that's basically it. Stay tuned to the channel. There's going to be some big reveals, some big updates. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already yet. Let me know your thoughts on this whole situation. I know I messed up by even approaching him and saying that basically all I said is like, no one's gonna beat my ass. But at the end of the day, I really don't want to get into a fight with nobody. I'm really not interested in that. I know my cousin. I know he's not really trying to fight nobody. So I know, I do know him a little. So, it is what it is. But, I just wish he could just be respectful to people working around him and not blast his music and think that, people want to hear his music. But it's kind of crazy. Like, it goes real deep. Like, this guy, my cousin, is a little crazy. He went and literally told as many people, and he tried to start with me. He tried to come to me and say, oh, watch out, because the guy, I won't say his name, but he says, I'll call him my brother. He goes, watch out, your brother is a snitch. He's not to be trusted. I'm like, dude, I don't agree with you. So it started with me, and then he goes around to the whole plant and tells anyone with the little stereo system at their station that my brother's trying to get their stereo system taken away. So literally there's people all over like upset because of this whole situation, even though they don't have no idea what happened. They don't know that this guy's at the same time threatening people. So that's pretty much it. Let me know your thoughts. That's it for the story. I'm glad it's over. Hopefully it stays over. I don't know. I'm not really sweating the time off. I've been enjoying the time off with the family, and it's just been great, So, I know I seemed a little sad in the video, but you know what? And I've been having a really good time with this time off. So thank you for watching, and stay tuned. There's going to be some big reveals. On the channel. Have a good day. Bye.